when I'm given an outsourcing consultation, the most common question we get, besides why outsource, is probably how much does it cost? Of course, it always comes down to cost, right? And the answer is different outsourcing companies price their services different ways, of course. On one end of the spectrum, you have the gig economy, the Fivers, the Upworks. They're going to charge typically per unit of output, like per blog post written, per design made for a website. A lot of the more unscrupulous BPO providers will sell you a really high-level person. They'll sell you that BMW 7 Series, and then when you're not looking, put in that 3 Series, just to squeeze out a little bit more profit. And that's exactly how we don't want to work. That's a very short-sighted, irresponsible way to do business. So what we like to do with the client is just say, okay, let's put all our cards on the table. I'm from Kansas City. Missouri's right next door to Kansas, where I'm from, the show me state. Let's show each other what our hands are, and let's come up with a fair agreement between everybody. So that's really, I think, the type of business you want to be working with. You want to be working with a company that has a more transparent model as opposed to a company that's trying to obfuscate what they're doing and how they're paying their staff. So, like I said, it really runs the gamut. If you're on a platform, a marketplace like Fiverr, you can just maybe grab a gig here and there, and sometimes that makes sense for your business. If you just need to rewrite a blog or repurpose a piece of content, if you need a one-off thing done, a site redesign, something like that, yeah, go to Upwork, go to those websites. But if you're a big company and you're really looking for that enterprise-grade solution, you got to go to that BPO provider that's going to have the office space that they work out of, the technology, all the bells and whistles. They're not working from home. They're fully managed solution. And again, that's probably 80-90% of our clients are like that. They want that fully managed turnkey outsourcing solution. So I hope that answered your question. Now, specifically, how much do they cost? It really depends on the skill level of the employee, the number of employees. Oftentimes, BPOs will give a volume discount if you have a large amount of employees. So let's say they'll say, okay, they're $15 an hour, but if you take 10, they'll go to $13 an hour. That's kind of what we see in our industry. So depending on how much they cost, I would say the average Indian outsourcing provider is going to charge around, let's say, $1,000 a month per person. And a Filipino provider is going to be probably 50 to 80% more than that. And a lot of companies believe that it's smart to play the Filipino providers a little bit more because they speak better English in general, and they're much more higher touch, and they're much better at customer support. I mean, I'm in the Philippines. I've lived there for 10 years. Even Indian outsourcing companies are outsourcing to the Philippines. So you have like the major Indian companies like Tata Group. Of course, the IT outsourcing is still done in India, but all the customer-facing, voice, those things that require soft skills, the human touch, having a big heart, empathy, that's all done in the Philippines. Filipinos are incredibly empathetic. They're great at customer service, and that's why they call the Philippines the customer service capital of the world. So to kind of summarize, you have all different types of pricing models. You have companies, the two big groups are companies that charge per gig or per month. And if you're looking for a small provider to do a one-off deal, you can go for that gig economy solution. But if you're really wanting to put 3 to 5, 10, 500 people in a room, you're going to get price per month per person. And a lot of that, too, is because it's much more convenient for the accounting and the bookkeepers and the people doing time and attendance just to report that. I mean, imagine keeping track of everyone's hour down to the minute. You got 200 people coming in and out of your call center. So most companies just charge flat fee per month per like a full-time employee, which is usually between 160 and 170 hours a month. Hope that helps. Thank you.